Chapter 16. The Olive Ridley Turtle. Olive Ridley turtles are sea turtles that inhabit the warm waters of the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Ocean. These turtles normally live within 15 kilometers of mainland in protected shallow sea waters, but occasionally they are found in open waters. During its life cycle, the olive ridley turtle may have multiple habitats or places in which it lives. In the wild in its own habitat, it can live for about 50 years. The olive ridley is considered to be the most abundant sea turtle in the world, with an estimated 8 lakh nesting females annually. The olive ridley turtle probably got its name from the olive green color of its shell. Sometimes this shell appears to have a reddish tinge due to the large algae growing on it. It is the smallest of all sea turtles. It weighs from 25 to 50 kilograms and has a hard heart-shaped shell called a carapace that covers the upper or dorsal part of its body. An olive ridley cannot withdraw its head into its shell, but its large size, hard shell and thick scaly skin on its head and neck helps to protect from predators. The olive ridley has an average length of 60 to 70 centimeters. The carapace that is flattened on the top is divided into plates called scutes that overlie a layer of interlocking bones. These scutes are made of a substance called keratin, which your fingernails and the horns of cattle are also made of. The medium size of the turtle is broad and seems triangular in shape if looked at from above. The plastron or abdominal region of the turtle varies from a greenish-white color in younger species to a creamy yellow in older turtles. The olive ridley has 4 flippers each, with 1 or 2 visible claws. This breed of turtle is predominantly carnivores, especially while it is very young. It feeds on invertebrates, or creatures that do not have backbones. These creatures inhabit the shallow waters of the sea. The common prey of the olive ridley turtle consists of sea urchins, jellyfish, snails, crabs, shrimp, worms, fish and fish eggs. When it does not find the non-vegetarian food, it prefers the turtle feeds on some forms of algae and seaweeds. So we can actually conclude that olive ridley turtles are omnivorous. Captive studies, or when olive ridley turtles are observed by researchers in aquariums, have revealed that there are also examples of cannibalistic behavior in this species of turtles when they prey on their own species. Sea turtles do not breathe under the sea. When they are active, they have to come up to the surface of the ocean and breathe in and out every few minutes. They breathe in rapidly and exhale explosively. They can remain underwater for as long as 2 hours without breathing. Olive ridley turtles often migrate great distances between feeding and breeding grounds. Solitary nesting occurs in about 40 countries close to which the species are found. However, a most peculiar phenomenon occurs in the eastern Pacific and Indian Ocean regions. When a female olive ridley is about 15 years old and mating has taken place, she has the responsibility of laying her eggs on a beach. The turtles gather together offshore and then all climb up onto the beach together. The coast of Odisha in India is the largest mass nesting site for the olive ridley, followed by the coast of Mexico and Costa Rica. The most amazing sight on a moonlit winter night at a beach in Odisha is the event of the year. 1,000 or more olive ridley turtles pulling themselves up onto the beach to begin the nesting process. This is an annual ritual called the Arribada, a Spanish term meaning arrival, and that is what it is. These turtles, unlike other sea turtles, arrive every year and sometimes twice a year to create yet another generation of their breed. Has someone ever told you that in your own country, you too can witness this spectacular sight? Other turtles have also been documented as nesting in groups. However, no other turtles have been observed synchronizing or doing the same activity all at the same time in such large numbers. Scientists still haven't been able to find out how this mystifying event takes place at a particular time and place every year. Interestingly, this is the same beach on which the females took birth themselves. On observation, it will be seen that a female olive ridley uses her hind flippers to dig a 1.5 or 2 feet deep conical nest for herself in a dry part of the beach. She then proceeds to lay about 100 or more eggs in it. The uniqueness of this exercise is that often the female of this species work as a team, and several of them may lay eggs in a common nest. At other times, a female may dig up the nest of an adult and lay her own eggs in it. Once the eggs have been laid, the females cover up their nest with sand and return to the sea. The eggs remain in the nest for about 45 to 65 days, after which they hatch. The hatchling or baby turtles break out their eggs, cover the beaches and make every attempt to survive as they crawl towards their home, the ocean. Unfortunately, the march towards the sea is not all smoothing sailing. Jackals and hyenas, dogs and crabs, and of course men are always around waiting to prey on these baby turtles. Attempts are made to protect olive ridley rookeries or breeding places by fencing off these areas. The World Wildlife Fund for Nature, or the WWF as it is called, and the fishermen of the area have made themselves responsible for protecting the baby turtles. It is, however, estimated that of 1,000 hatchlings that reach the ocean, just one survives to reach adulthood. Perhaps this is why Aribadas take place, and each female turtle lays over 100 eggs, sometimes 3 times a year. During migration also, olive ridley turtles face threats from sharks in the sea. Development of ports and modernization due to tourism. Sometimes adult turtles that caught in the nets of fishermen drown. To reduce such accidental killings of turtles in India, the Odisha government has made it mandatory for trawlers who put down strong nets to catch fish to use turtle excluder devices or TEDs. These are specially designed nets with exit covers which allow the turtles to escape while the fishermen can keep the catch they wish to retain. However, this has been strongly opposed by the fishing communities as they believe TEDs result in a loss of considerable amount of the catch along with the turtles. International trade in body parts and flesh of these turtles is illegal, but the demand for the meat, shell, leather and eggs of turtles still exists, and poachers are always there to break these laws, as a result of which the numbers of the olive ridley are falling. The largest breeding ground for the olive ridley turtles is now at the Gahirmatha beach in Kendrapara district of Odisha, which is now a part of the Bhitarkanika Wildlife Sanctuary. The Gahirmatha Marine Wildlife Sanctuary was created in September 1997. It includes Gahirmatha beach and the adjacent portion of the Bay of Bengal. It is the world's largest known rookery of olive ridley turtles. The olive ridley needs to be saved, and for this scientists have to learn more about them. Today radio transmitters are attached to turtles while they are nesting. These devices help to track their movements. This helps in research and provides information that will help turtles from being threatened or endangered and will save them from extinction.